Hare Krishna. So here's a question about the Aryan invasion theory. Many people in schools, in education institutes, they study this. It's a theory that was brought about by the British, specifically Max Muller, a German sociologist in one sense, who said that, because northern Indian people are fair and southern Indian people are dark, so it looks like the Europeans, the more, advanced, maybe German, whatever, Scandinavians, they are the one who brought in the culture through Persia, through Iran, and they are the ones who brought in the gods and the whole Vedas. Initially, the Dravidians were there who were covering whole of India, and they were pushed back down, and therefore, we can see the current culture is actually coming from Europe. So that is their proposed understanding that the Vedas came outside of India. Now let us see whether what is the truth in this. Firstly, first point, skin color. Now if you look in North India, you will find dark people, very dark people. If you look in South India also, you'll find some very fair people. In generally, no, because of the climate conditions, you have cooler in North, hotter in South. But you still find very fair people. You can find South Indians who are more fairer than some North Indians. So just based on skin color, it does not make sense. Second point, this idea of Aryan invasion theory is a misunderstanding of the Ramayana, where they saw Rama to be like an Aryan and Ravan to be a Dravidian, and Rama invaded Lanka. This is wrong because Ravan is also a Brahmana, he is not a Dravidian, and he's from the same clan like Rama only. And Rama did not invade him, he came to rescue Sita. Third point, the meaning of the word Aryan. Aryan means gentleman, nobleman. Aryan does not mean North Indians, right? So in we find in Bhagavad Gita, Anarya Jushtam, don't act like a uncivilized person. So civilized person means Aryan. Civilized, it does not mean North Indian. This is Aryan the meaning. So even in Ramayana we find the Ravan was said to be an Aryan, very nice gentleman in one sense when he talked. Then what does the word Dravidian mean? Dravidian is the area from where people come, the Dravidya Desha, right? Southern India. Just like even in Eastern India you'll find a different name, Anga, Venga, and in the Western India you'll find Shaurashtra, right? These are different regions. So Dravida was just a region of the south. Fourth point, let's look at this logically. So, if Europe or Iran was the origin of the culture and the language and the practice of the religion of India, so called based on this theory, then why did they not hold on to it till now? The language Sanskrit is so much superior, the culture so much superior. Culture is following very clean culture of worship and rituals and very rigorous. Sanskrit language is so developed, right? You find the English language having a lot of similar. They call brother, we say brataha, right? So it looks more of the other way around, that the Vedic culture is the spillover of the Vedic culture is actually the European cultures, not like they are the origins of this culture, because this culture is still here today, this culture is still practiced, and this culture is most technical and most in depth compared to theirs. Fifth reason, we can look at the details mentioned in the Vedas themselves. The Vedas speak about Saraswati, Ganga, and Vindhyachala. All of the topography is that which is found in India, right? They don't speak of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. They don't speak of any of the other mountains or the valleys that are found in either the Middle East or Mediterranean or even Europe. So if the Shastras are coming from outside, then why are they only mentioning about this topography? And sixth, we can look at the evidence of DNA testing. Recently, they did a DNA testing of some of the skeletons found in the old Harappan, civilizations. So this Aryan invasion theory, they say that around a few thousand years ago it happened, and they did the skeletal DNA testing of which is more than millennia. Okay, thousands and thousands, even older. And when they did the testing, they found them to their DNA and their genes match the current Indians. Not at all matching any Iranians or any Afghans or Pashtuns or nothing. They match the current Indians. So that means they were native. And one more, last, seventh point. There is no written or collective memory or mention in any of the scriptures, books, historical records, nothing of such an Aryan invasion theory, neither from the Vedas nor from the ancient kingdoms like the Tamil Sangam eras and all this. Nothing is mentioned that there was a huge invasion where people, changed the culture and all, like the Mughal invasion that was clearly documented, although it's so many years ago also. So this, and we had saints living before that. We had, earlier century saints, Ramanuja Acharya. Before that, we have records of such great personalities, like from the time of Shankaracharya. So then, where was this invasion? So with all these points, it does not make sense. Factually, this theory was coined just to break the pride or break the faith and belief of Indians on Indians. So people want to think that you have a borrowed culture, so therefore you will leave it. But understand the depth and the superiority, and then you can actually realize that the world existing is a spillover from this beautiful culture of Sanatan Dharma. Hare Krishna.